is Rachel Clem, and I am the director of the Black Box Theater. I just had my 1-year anniversary here. I could say that I love this job, in all honesty. I'm here to tell you a couple things. First thing first, go ahead and turn off your phones that beep and stuff. We don't want to mess up the music with digital sounds, I don't think. Also, if you need to get out of here quickly, we have our fire exits the 4 corners of the building, so you can go out that way, in any of those ways. It's a little cumbersome with the drums back there, but, you know, might be fun. The bathrooms are in the lobby where you arrived. And last but not least, certainly not least, I want to go ahead and take a moment to read our land acknowledgement that Edmonds recently, this is their finished land acknowledgement. They recently finished it, so I'd like to share that with you tonight. Whenever we come together as a community, we want to take a moment just to acknowledge that this land is not necessarily ours, is not really ours. So I'm going to read the acknowledgement a little more formal. We acknowledge the Coast Salish tribes, bands, and First Nations people, including the Snohomish, Duwamish, Tulalip, Suquamish, and Snoqualmie, and many others and their successors, as the original inhabitants of the land where Edmonds College sits and where the diverse communities we serve live, study, and work. Since time immemorial, the Coast Salish peoples have hunted, fished, gathered, and taken care of these lands. We respect their sovereignty, their right to self-determination, and honor their sacred spiritual connection with the land and water. We will strive to be honest about our past mistakes and bring about a future of inclusive Indigenous partnerships that includes their families, stories, and voices to form a more just and equitable society. I want to introduce the amazing, the wonderful Megan Vinther, who is the leader of this amazing group of musicians you see and have come to support. Thank you for being here, and please give a warm welcome to Megan Vinther.
So much for being here. It's always really wonderful to see all of your faces and to have an audience here to listen to our performance for you. This is the start of my 4th year at Edmonds College, and so it's been a real treat for me to be here these past few years, and so thank you for coming. I would love to thank everyone in this group for showing up every week and making music together. So. many different dance tunes. So that first piece was called our Kingsland Spring, which is from a larger suite of Georgian folk tunes from the Republic of Georgia. This next one is a tarantella by Carol Britton Chambers. A tarantella is an Italian dance that was supposed to get all the poison from the spiders out. So listen, you might hear some familiar tunes in this one. Tarantella. get the tune quote in there? I'm hearing giggles, so I think yes, right? The itsy bitsy spider was in the middle there. And because I cannot resist a good pun, this next piece is called Rain. That's the whole reason I picked. Also, it's really beautiful. So this next piece that we're going to play for you is by Julie Giroux. We've done several of her works over the years, but this is kind of the one that started the theme for this concert. This is called A Time to Dance. And in her program notes, she just quotes the book of Ecclesiastes, saying, "For everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which was planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance." this next piece that we have for you is called The True Lover's Farewell and is a folk song from Appalachia. is the first movement of a larger work called Little Mexican Suite by Nubia Don Juan. And her program notes say that ever since she was a child, she says, I've been very interested in traditional Mexican music. It's always captured my attention. I used to get really excited to hear a danzon or a son joroco, and unfortunately that interest has become a fundamental part of my artistic work. Most of my works contain a national and often regional root. As is well known, Mexican music has many branches, ranging from danzons to mariachi. She says that this suite, all of the different movements are inspired by different Mexican music genres. And she also says that this particular one, Ahuehuete, is inspired by the emblematic tree in Santa Maria de Tuele in Oaxaca, full of colors, textures, and vitality. Coming and joining us tonight, for listening to our music. It's so lovely to play for an audience. This last piece is called Country Club Stomp. It's written by Gerard Hall. He says this piece is written in the style of a second line groove, which originates from New Orleans brass band parades. The parade block would traditionally consist of the brass band in the front forming the first line, followed by crowds of people marching and dancing along with the band forming the second line. So the drummers, leaders of the second line, provide a joyful and energetic pulse to keep the participants moving along. So Country Club Stomp, it gets its name from Country Club Drive, which is where the school that this was commissioned by is at. So we hope you enjoy Country Club Stomp. Thank you all so much for coming. Just a quick reminder that if you have family, friends, people that you are fans of up here, if you meet them in the lobby so that we can get the stage cleared and things put away. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out.